Hello, everyone. My name is Ana Martha Ayala, and I'd like to welcome you to my YouTube channel. As a reminder, I do every video in English and Spanish, and the degree theory is based on modern Western astrology using the Placidus house system. In today's video, I wanted to talk to you about March 2025 and its astrological aspects. This month, I would say, if I had to choose the words, hold on tight. March 2025 comes in with a bang. We have Mercury going retrograde. We have Venus going retrograde. We have two eclipses. And Neptune is going to go into Aries. So this month has mixed energies. We have two eclipses, one of which may be a difficult one on a mundane level, hopefully not, but we're talking about the one in Aries, March 29th, at 8 degrees and 53 minutes, but I will do separate videos on these. Remember that eclipses bring fated events. So let's start, since this is the most important month of 2025 and sets off the tone for the next 6 months until September 2025, which we're going to have the other two eclipses this year. So on March 1st, Venus goes retrograde in Aries at 10 degrees to go direct on April 13th at 24 degrees of Pisces. When Venus goes retrograde, avoid any plastic surgery or cosmetic procedures like Botox, fillers, and whatever else is out there to, make yourself look younger. No dramatic changes in appearance, like changing your hair color from blonde to brunette or like permanent makeup, stuff like that. Wardrobe changes. You'll end up changing your mind after Venus goes direct. If you're single, it's not the best time to meet someone or to get married. I did a video on the Mercury and Venus retrograde, so you can refer to that, find that, and I'll give, it gives you a lot more details than this monthly update. So Venus retrograde affects Libra and Taurus. So speaking of which, for Libra and Taurus, an ex can come back. Think about why the relationship didn't work in the first place. And because of all of the astrological things that are happening for Aries and Pisces, because you have the Mercury retrograde, you have the Venus retrograde, you have that eclipse in Aries, this can apply as well. An ex can come back and try to talk, sweet nothings in your ear. So March 2nd, the sun in Pisces squares Jupiter in Gemini at 12 degrees. So this brings energy, enthusiasm, optimism, confidence. And you may want to do too many things, right? Because Jupiter expands and Gemini is a little bit of everything, right? So be mindful, try to narrow it down, and you'll get a lot accomplished. Mercury on the same day goes conjunct Neptune in Pisces at 29 degrees. So we're talking about very creative, artistic ideas. But remember that Neptune doesn't let you see things very clearly. It doesn't let you see the way things really are. So keep that in mind. It also means to make a mistake, Neptune. Not a good day to work on finances because of this, with numbers, contracts, or signing contracts. You should postpone it, if possible, to another day. If you are closing on a home, for example, and you cannot postpone it, then double and triple check all of the figures. Everything that the seller said he was going to leave, make sure that they did, that they did leave it. March 3rd is Mercury entering Aries. So this, our mind, our thoughts, is fast thinking, fast communication, fast comebacks, especially for Aries. So be careful what you say because you can be very blunt. March 7th, the sun trines Mars at 17 degrees. And this is all about being energetic, confident, pioneering, competitive, assertive. A great day to initiate something that you plan for before if you cannot wait for the Mercury to go direct and Venus to go direct if it's a business deal. March 11th, Mercury is conjunct Venus retrograde at 9 degrees. So here we go. Great day to ask an ex out for dinner if you want to try to rebuild the relationship. Singles can also ask someone on a date, and you can speak lovely words to the person, right? But remember not to start a relationship while Venus is retrograde. You're going to change your mind. Wait until it turns direct, and preferably after the shadow period would even be better. March 12th, the Sun conjuncts Saturn in Pisces at 22 degrees. The weight of responsibility may feel very difficult because you may take on a task or get assigned a task at work, for example, that requires a lot of discipline, a lot of hard work, patience, all those things that Saturn, rules, right? So, or qualities that it has. But later on, you're going to feel very good when your boss gives you praises for a job well done or somebody compliments you on whatever you've accomplished. March 14th, there is a full moon eclipse in Virgo at 23 degrees. You all know that full moons bring things to an end, something culminates. Saturn is also conjunct this full moon, so this may be speaking of responsibility, discipline in Virgo or Pisces houses, right? Neptune can bring confusion, deception, misunderstanding, and whatever situation. So make sure that things are clear. However, the saving grace here is Uranus and Mars. They save the day. Mars gives you the energy, the ambition, and Saturn gives you the perseverance to see things through. Uranus can bring a small surprise. And it should be pleasant because it's a sextile, right? So, and of course, I will be making a separate video on the eclipse. On March 14th, also Mercury goes retrograde at 10 degrees of Aries, and it will go direct on April 7th at 26 degrees of Pisces. On March 19th, the Sun is conjunct Neptune at 29 degrees of Pisces. So it's a great day for artistic pursuits, right? Neptune is very artistic, and so is Pisces. Any creative ideas, write them down. Also pay attention to your intuition because it's going to be on point. And see if this can help you with those ideas that come up, right? Pay attention also to any dream that you may have as well, because messages can come through dreams. March 20th, the Sun enters Aries. So happy birthday to all the Aries suns out there. Today, obviously, on March 20th is the first day of spring, and it's the new astrological year, right? It's like the January 1st of the regular calendar for astrology. When the Sun ingresses in Aries, it's the new year. And it's also the vernal equinox in the other half of the world, right? March 22nd, the Sun at 1 degree conjuncts Venus retrograde at 3 degrees of Aries. So it's a very nice day for romance, for a weekend trip. If single and looking, get nicely dressed. We dress to impress, right? If you want to attract somebody. It's also a very good day for business, but we're talking about planning, we're talking about putting ideas together, right? And asking somebody out, etc. But do not initiate any business deals, any romance deals until the retrogrades are over. March 24th, the Sun is conjunct Mercury retrograde at 4 degrees of Aries. So it's a great day to do a business presentation. Travel, travel as well, but be mindful with the Mercury retrograde for any delays, any interruptions. So, plan accordingly. March 27th, Venus goes retrograde. Um, Venus is retrograde conjunct Neptune at 29 degrees of Pisces. OMG, talk about a romantic evening for those of you already in a partnership. If you're married, you have a significant other, you're living with somebody, you already have a relationship. For singles, wait until Venus goes direct to start any relationship. Venus will turn direct on April 12th, so, just a little patience and it'll be, it will turn out well for you. Venus also retrogrades Venus retrogrades enters Pisces on March 27th. March 29th, we have a new moon solar eclipse at 8 degrees and 53 minutes of Aries. So this is the last eclipse of the Libra Aries axis. On a personal basis, the eclipse may be very nice. It's conjunct with Mercury nearby. So you can receive a message to start something new because the eclipse in Aries, remember Aries is to initiate, to start something new. Pluto is sextiling Mercury, so that you could be wanting to do a lot of research, a lot of investigation for that idea that you got that you want to start something, right? Neptune has a really wide conjunction to this eclipse, so it may be something creative, artistic, musical, painting, everything dealing with the arts, right? This eclipse is also supported um, from the trine of Mars to Saturn. Eh, and Uranus is sextiling both of them. So this is very good as well. You get sudden news about an opportunity. Sudden because it's Uranus. Just remember that both Venus and Mercury are retrograde. So my preference would be that you wait to implement anything until after the planets go direct. Obviously, I will be making a separate video on the eclipses a little later on, so stay tuned. Finally, on March 30th, we have Neptune entering Aries for the first time in 165 years. So this is monumental. And it'll only stay, for a few months, and then it will retrograde to Pisces. So Neptune is going to be in Aries from September 30th of 2025 through October 22nd of 2025. And then it retrogrades to Pisces. It comes back in January 26th of 2026 to May 21 of 2038. And then it will then go to Taurus, but then it retrogrades back to Aries on October 21st, 2038 to March 23rd, 2039. But of course, I will be making a separate video on this as well. Neptune entering Aries. Now, this is going to be really interesting because we have Neptune entering Aries. Gemini is going to be entering Uranus. And Pluto is in the first degrees of Aquarius. So you will have trines and sextiles between these three planets. And it should be good for the people that have the early degrees in the rising sign or the sun sign, right? Especially the rising sign. So anyway, with this, I conclude March's astrological energies out there. The eclipses, my concern is the second one, March 29th, but I will see. I have to do a little bit of research and see what, the things I can see on a mundane level are a little bit cautious. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and send it to somebody that may also be interested in knowing what's going to be happening, not only in March, but also for the next 6 months. And also, if you would like a natal chart reading with me, please send me an email to amaastrology@aol.com. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.